So, there's Congo. I had to remove his second female chick because he had her crammed down in a corner and was standing on her back. I'd be really, really pissed at him, except for the fact that little spangled baby boy of his, whom hopefully he will not molest, is 4 weeks old. He's got 2 weeks to go before he's even ready to launch, and he's a giant. And the 2 baby girls are not small either, but this little guy shows all kind of promise. And hopefully, Dad is a very large, very tall bird, but he does not have the kind of feather and stuff going that's going to make him a show bird. But size is valuable, so if he throws me chicks that are that big, and this chick has the nice little tucked beak, he looks like he's got a blow coming in. He's got a lot of promise. So, don't beat him up. Finish raising your children, you weenie. In the meantime, this is the other little girl. Again, where is she? Right there. She's a week younger than every other chick in this cage, and she's bigger than most of them. And her little green sister is that one right there with the short tail. They are babies, 4 weeks old. I took all the 6-week-old chicks out of here. So there are only 5-week-old chicks left. And the daddies are taking care of business. This little opaline girl right here is going to go into my rainbow line. She is Indian and Larkspur's baby girl. And the only violet. The other 2 in here are both mauves. That little guy right there. And his fully mauve brother right there. So, as I said, I took the 4 oldest chicks out. They were all 6 weeks old to make room for these guys, and the girls are just going to have to stay out because those 2 youngest chicks need time that their father was not giving them. So, the other thing I've been doing today. How am I'm going in and out here. I'm probably driving you crazy. Hang on while I get myself in. It's nice and hot. 80 degrees today. So, everybody's opened up. But the other thing I've been doing is looking at my next breeding group, which are going up in 3 weeks. Let's see. Well, that's Kobe, and I'm not sure if I'm going to breed him again or not. I have some bonded pairs in here. There is, let's see. Luna's in here. She's going to go one more try with Indus. That's Mist right there. She's going to go one more try with Dolerite there. There is Steel, who's going to go one more try with his girl Hyacinth. There is Bubba Jr. and Sif, who are going to go another round. And then I have both of Haverty's green boys in here, that one and that one down there. One of them is O'Dowd, and his girl is this little lady right here. The other one doesn't have a match. Lemony's going to go for another try, and I've decided I'm going to breed her to a blue male because I want to start expanding. I have a whole lot of green spangles and not very many blue ones, so I want to make her baby. She's green on green, so all the babies will come out yellow anyway, but I want them to be split. This little girl right here, I'm thinking I'm going to breed to Smoke, that guy down there. She comes from a different aviary. She's been with me for over a year, but I haven't ever bred her. And she's very, very tall. Smoke, on the other hand, is Buster's boy, and he's short, but look at the fluff. He's got a big mask and a big blow. So I'm hoping to cross them up and get me something with fresh blood, because neither one of them, she has no relatives here. He has only one, and it's his niece. And that's Dolerite, and that's his girl. No, that's Unakite. Where is he? There's Unakite, and there's his girl, Osmosis, and they're going to go again as well. So, and then this girl right here, I am kind of up in the air about who I'm going to breed her to. This is Ice, the double factor spangle. I could go with, where's Limey's boy? There he is, right there. This guy right here, he is split to blue. And let's see, split to opaline too. So yeah, I'll probably go with him. Again, trying to cross up my white and my yellow lines on the double factor spangles. Then I have a lot in here that, you know, I don't really quite know what I'm doing. Fames has no one. This is my one and only gray-green male. This is that little recessive pied right there is my he's my foster cock. He's a quote regular parakeet, but he does have some size on him, doesn't he? He is the biggest one of my foster parakeets. So, and he's the one who has a new lady in back that he doesn't know about. He ended up getting thrown in here because his hen died. So, and then I have all of these ones to look at. My great big violet hen there has picked her man, and he's this puny little green guy. But hey, if he's the only one she'll take, we'll deal. And I have all kinds of different decisions to make here. So later on in this week, I'm planning on setting them up around the last week of June. So later on this week, I am going to go through here and sort them back into males in one flight cage and females in the other, because some of them think they know who they want to get with, and some of them are not going to get with the person they think they're going to get with, or the bird, I should say. So look at this. She just loves him, and he was a coal bird. I couldn't get rid of him, so he's still here. And what does she do? She falls in love with him. And he's her cousin. I just don't even know what to think. Sigh. So anyway, I have a lot of decisions to make here. This is my little mauve girl. However, she is Henry's full sister. So I don't think I need to put her in my mauve line, but she's a very nice bird, so I'll breed her to somebody. So yeah, I have a lot of decisions to make in the next few weeks, but my first move is I gotta sort everybody, males in one case, females in the other, and make a list of what my options are, who's in here and what my options are. And some of these birds are gonna get cold for sure. I only have 18 cages because I'm taking 2 out. So yeah, this is the next step. We'll be looking for them to really start up the 1st of July. I can, now that I'm in Oregon where it rarely gets over 90 degrees, I can breed all summer long. So that is my next move, even as I am finishing off my last babies. And here is my babies. Hi, babies. Howdy. And they're here. Everybody's in. I got a few more babies in the foster cage that are going to come out when they get a little older. They'll be in the next cage over there. And they're just here. Everybody's planted here for about 2 months. And in about 2 months, when these babies are closer to 4 months old, have done their first molt and such, I will go through and cull adults that I don't need any more ticks from. And I'm getting to a point with my program that I cull adults that are not show ready. So like Lava will never get culled because she is show bird quality. Sue, on the other hand, has done his job. He'll never be showable because he just doesn't have the feather. He made me some beautiful babies, though, and off he goes. So yeah, there's some stuff to do in here, but not for months on end. So these guys are just going to sit here and eat and grow and become, so I can see how they're going to turn out. See this little baby down here? I think that's a gray-green. It is Lava and Malachite's youngest chick. She's one of the ones that got pulled from the foster cage and put out here. I'm watching her because she doesn't seem to be adapting very well. But she is 6 weeks old. And she's a very nice little bird. So I'll keep an eye on her. If she doesn't look like she's doing okay, I'll put her back in the foster cage. That's her older sister and brother just above her. Their father's long gone. And their mother is, not really terribly interested. So they're just hanging out together. But they're 7 weeks old now and they're totally fine. So, okay. All right, actually, that's the little brother. That's her sister right there. That little gray one. That big gray one. So I got some very nice chicks. I'm very, very pleased. I'm so happy about having only lost 3 babies through this whole thing. I made my records today, and goodness gracious, I got a lot of chicks first time around. I used more than half of my 2020 bands. So it's going to be, I'm probably going to end up using some of my 2019 bands because I have about 50 left over from there by the time I'm done breeding in the fall. That's the other one is this guy right here. He's a golden face. He's also a hot mess. He's a cross between a dominant pied and a recessive pied, which is really kind of a no-no because they become, the 2 mutations become mishmashed, and it's hard to sort them out genetically. So he has a recessive pied seer. He's a male, and his seer is that kind of lavender purple color, which is typical of recessive pieds. However, recessive pieds are supposed to have no visible irises. What are you squawking about, Miss Thing? Recessive pieds are supposed to have no visible irises, and he has visible irises. So that's the dominant pied mixed in. And the person I got him from said his mother was a recessive pied, his father was a dominant. So, and his mother was the one that's a golden face, and his father was a regular yellow face. So he's a mishmash, so he gets bred to a normal hen. And she's the blue white phase. So I have 4 or 5 cobalt hens in here that are options. And since he does not have a lot of show quality, he's small, he does not have the greatest feather in the world. He does have nice long feather, but that's about the only thing he's got going for him. That and his interesting coloring. So I think I'm going to breed him. I have to breed him to a blue hen. And I think I'm going to breed him to this girl because she has the head and the mask that he lacks. She's the best head and mask among the cobalt hens that I have. If you see her up front, she's got a nice little tucked bill and the whole thing. And the other one that's a big dilemma about who to breed him to is this guy down here. He is currently probably the very best bird I have as far as show quality. He's got the feather from heaven. He's large. And I want to breed him to a hen. First of all, he's green on green. And I want to breed him to a hen that has a white-based hen. But he's a Spangle, and I wouldn't mind getting a double factor Spangle out of him. So I'm going to breed him to this girl right here. She's a violet-based cobalt. He also has a violet factor. He's very dark, but he's not an olive. He's a dark green with a violet factor, and she's a sky blue with a violet factor. She's opaline, he's split to opaline, and they're both spangles. So I think this is his girl right there. She doesn't have the size, but she has size in her genes. These two are sisters. And I actually thought about going with the gray too, but I don't want gray green, so we'll leave it at that. And we'll go with the little, and this sister right here is a very nice bird. The little gray green, the little gray spangle. So who am I going to breed her to? I don't know. And another one that's kind of shining on me right here is this guy. This dark gray pied, and he's a straight pied, not a spangled pied. So I got a lot to think about here. Like I said, the first thing is going to be make a list. And then I make cards for everybody and set them out on a table. And then I start shuffling the cards around and saying, well, if I give that one to that one, then I'll bring this one to this one. And I go, no, this one has to go with that one. And I can sit there like a jigsaw puzzle for days. But it is a really good way to figure out how to utilize your best birds. So, there's that. Okay, so that's what's happening.